awesome and doing amazing. You guys are just going for a little drive with me, and I'm going to just talk to you guys about just a little bit of this and that. It may not be a long video, but that's okay. I just want to let you guys know that one thing, me tapering down, my last time will be in January. The second week I'll be done. No more. Thank goodness. The only thing that I'm having right now is I'm having a little bit of a headache, like a migraine. Like really, it comes and goes and it's really bad, but I just rotate it, take ibuprofen to leave. It's something that I can manage, but that's the only symptom that I'm having right now, which it's okay, I can deal with that. I just wish I wouldn't have it, but I can deal with it. It's just annoying more than anything. But that's okay. I was hoping to be done before the new year begins, but that's okay. A couple of weeks, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Also, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm trying to pay attention and drive at the same time. I did want to mention to you guys, next year, I'm going to try to get something up for the residents, like, I'm going to try to get them all a little Christmas card to be from us, and like some peppermint candy or something like that they can eat or whatever, like the soft kind of peppermint candy that comes in the little circles. Like, make them a little gift bag with a couple of those in there, like 10 each, and then a card and maybe some candy canes or some of the old-fashioned candy or something like that. Make them a little bag. So I'll have time more next year because they've had so many come and go. Bless their souls. They've had a lot of patients pass away, and it's really sad. I hate to see anybody pass away. It's really sad. It really is. It doesn't matter if they're an older person or a middle-aged person or an infant. It's sad regardless. And we're losing people every day, and it's getting more and more numbers every single day. And my husband had to work Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, so his people could have food. He works, it's kind of like a nursing home type thing that he works. He's worked 7 days straight. He has not had a day off. And some of his bosses, they got sick and got COVID, so he had to work for them, which is okay. I did get upset a little bit, got a little emotional, because we had planned to have that day together, but we still got to spend the day together, so that was okay. I got over it and dealt with it. I know stuff comes up and it's out of your control and all that, but he worked Christmas Eve and he worked Christmas Day to make sure that they had food. So, because if it wasn't for my husband and the few others that was working, they wouldn't have got fed. So he made sure that they got fed. But a lot of them are now just barely eating, so they're fixing to lose some more. They're barely wanting to eat, and they're barely wanting to drink. And I think, now this is just my opinion, I think the reason that is because their families forget about them. Their families put them there, and they forget all about them. They don't want to pay them attention no more. They don't want to love them. They don't want to give them the love that they need. They love them, but they don't want to give them the love and attention that they need. Everybody needs love. Everybody needs attention. Some like it more than others. But the older you get, they need that love and attention. They really do. To show that they are still loved and cared for. My grandmother, my mom's mom, I took care of her for about 4 years. She got ovarian cancer and she died in 2010. And I took care of her. I had my own place. I had my own job. I had everything going for me. My grandmother called me up and said, "Could you help me out? I really need your help." So I dropped everything and I went and helped her. And I did it for 4 years. And I made that commitment and promise to her, because I'm not going to sit here and put any elderly person that's my family or relative in a nursing home. If I can help it, I'm not going to let that happen. I understand some people, they have to do it, but they also you need to go visit them. You need to give them that attention that they need. You need to give them that attention that they need. You need to give them that love instead of just abandon them and only go see them once a month, and then you don't even go. You go see them, start seeing them once a week to a couple. Well, let me back that up. Most people, when they first put someone in the nursing home, they will do good going to see them about 3 times a week, and then it'll go from that to once a week, and then from that to like twice a month, or 3 times a month, and then it'll go from once a month to once every 6 months. That's ridiculous. You should make time for people. Memories are everything. Memories are everything. Memories are everything. And I also lost my mother in 2008. I lost my mother. My daughter had turned 1 in April. My mom died in May. That was very hard for me, and it's still hard till this day. I miss my mother. I miss my grandmother. I love them both so much, and not a day goes by that I don't think about them. It does get hard from time to time. I do think about them all the time, and it does get hard sometimes, and I do cry about it. And if anybody cries about losing a loved one sometimes, that's okay. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to express your emotions. That is fine. You don't need to keep it balled up inside. You need to express that. You need to let that flow. You need to let it go. You need to talk to somebody about it. But yes, it's gotten a little easier for me. I've learned how to cope and deal with things. As you guys know, I am still learning how to cope with things because I'm sober. I'm trying to learn my best to cope with things. Now, it is going to take me some time to learn how to do all that. It is going to take a lot of time for me to learn how to do that. It doesn't happen overnight, but that's okay. But I am learning how to deal with stuff. I'm learning how to talk to people. I may not say the best things at times, but I am learning. I am learning how to deal with everything and learn what to say and what not to say. And I have calmed down a lot. I used to be just whatever comes to my mind, I just blurt it out. And I've learned that sometimes that's not the best thing to do, to rethink before you blurt stuff out. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and make a short video to let you guys know just a little bit about stuff. But next year I would love to try to do that for them. Give them all a Christmas card, make them a little little bag or something like that, just to show them that we think about them too and we appreciate them. If it wasn't for them, my husband wouldn't have a job, So I really do appreciate them. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. I'm trying not to cry, but I try to love everybody. I don't try to hate anybody. I may dislike some people. And I just went totally wrong, but it's okay. I may dislike some people, but I try not to hate anybody. People may hurt my feelings. I try to not and everybody is allowed to have their feelings hurt from time to time. That's normal. That happens. But I'm going to pause this video and I'll be right back, okay? I'm back, you guys. Sorry about that. I do apologize for that. But, yeah, I was just saying, everybody needs love and attention too. And don't forget about if you have grandparents, great-grandparents, or if you guys are watching this and it's your mom or dad that you put in a nursing home, just make sure that you go and visit them and show them love. Show them that you care about them. Don't forget about them. Don't forget about them. They're the one that brought you in the world. And if they didn't bring you in the world, they helped raise you or take care of you. Don't forget about them. Show them love. Show them care. And it could even be your aunt or, your uncle or anything like that. Just don't forget about them. That's all. Because they do get forgotten about. They do. And then that's what makes them give up. When they don't get their families visiting them or showing that they care about them, they're just used to seeing the same people. They feel like, okay, there's no need for me to be here anymore. And then they just give up. So just don't forget about them. Show them love. Show them care. I try to avoid putting any of my family members that are older in places like that. I mean, I'm really thankful and blessed that they have places like that. Don't get me wrong. I understand some people in the circumstances or situations that they're in, they can't deal with that, and I understand that too. I totally get it. But and everybody has their own opinions and their own thoughts about stuff, and that's okay. But I try to avoid that if I can. I know they didn't, they put my aunt in one, and they didn't really take care of her too good, and they kept her messed up all the time, doped up and all that. Kept her messed up, and I feel like that killed her quicker. I didn't like that at all. Nobody had asked me about anything. They just did it, I mean, I would have tried my best to take care of her the best way that I could. And she was already slow, like, before anything happened, she was already slow. And, I miss her. She passed away. I miss her so much. Her name was Ruth, my Aunt Ruth, and I missed her so much. She was an awesome lady, even though she had mental problems where she shouted out and she couldn't control that, and she would blurt out stuff, and in the middle of the night she would take all of her clothes off, have an accident all over the place, but not remember doing it. And because I have helped take care of her before they put her in a place, and I helped take care of her, helped clean her up, calmed her down, and I've done that several times, actually calming her down and helped dealing with her and all that. And when she passed away, it really hit me hard. And I knew that last time that me and my grandmother, which is my dad's mom, went and go see her, I told my mama, I said, she's not gonna make it much longer. She didn't want to eat, she didn't want to do nothing, she wasn't responding, she wasn't talking or anything. She was making that gargling sound, and I was like, she's not gonna make it much longer, she's gonna pass away. And sure enough, we got that phone call the next day that she passed away. So that was the last time we seen her, and it was so sad. And I remember going there and painting her nails and painting all the rest of the ladies' nails. There was a time I went there to paint her nails, and the rest of them seen me painting her nails, and they wanted their nails painted. And I was like, okay, come on, pick a color out. I'll paint your nails too. So I did a lot of nails that day, but it didn't bother me. I painted them. It didn't bother me at all. I had that quick, dry nail polish. It dried within 5 seconds, so that worked really well with them, because some of them had a lot of mental problems, but they couldn't help it. It was out of their control. But I did help them out a lot, and it was really fun to see them be so happy for that. And I just didn't like it that they kept my aunt doped up, and they just kept her so messed up. It was really bad. It was really awful. I'm back at home now, but just show people love. That's all I'm saying. Don't forget about people. Doesn't matter if you don't like something they do or dislike something they do. At the end of the day, it's your family or a loved one, and you need to just show them love. My dad did something yesterday that was uncalled for. He claimed he was sick. Don't really think he was sick. Think he was making it up. He was supposed to cook the turkey yesterday. Let my grandmother know. And this is what really upset me. He came to her house the day before, which was Christmas Eve. He came to her house. He was totally fine, acting normal, fine. It's crap. I even talked to him that night, and he was fine. He didn't sound sick or nothing. My mama, which is his mom, said that he looked fine, he sounded fine, he didn't seem sick. And then Christmas Day, he let her know at about 10:15 that he was sick and he couldn't cook the turkey. And if he was going to do that, he should have let her know that day that he was over there. Instead of doing that, that was ridiculous. That was nonsense. It really upset my grandmother, and then it upset me seeing her upset. So that really upset me, seeing her upset. She's done so much for him. So much for him. And I'm not going to get on here and say too much about it because it's kind of personal stuff. But let's just say they spent half of their retirement on lawyers and stuff for him. And he treats them this way, which is uncalled for and nonsense. It's ridiculous. And it really upsets me to see them upset because they do so much for everybody. and they love everybody, and they try their best to do for everybody. And my grandmother kept apologizing, saying that she was sorry it was so late for the dinner getting cooked. And I said, it's not a big deal. It's okay. Stuff happens. It did upset me at the end of the day. It really pissed me off at the end of the day because that was uncalled for. There's no reason for that. But we got through the day. I didn't let that affect me too bad. I continued having fun with my family, and we had a blast. We had fun. Um, enjoyed spending time with my family. It was really fun. I spent a little bit of time with my husband before he had to go to work. He went and see my grandmother, stayed there till almost 12. So I did get to spend some time with him during the day, and after he got off work, I did get to spend time with him, which is okay. I still got to spend time with him at the end of the day. But yeah, it was really fun. I had a blast. I loved everything that my family got me. My husband got me this jacket, got me some perfume. He got me those nails, and I really do appreciate everything he does for me, and I really appreciate him working his butt off to make sure we're okay. And I try to do the other part of the deal, like making sure that the house is took care of, making sure everything's took care of on that end. But we have to work together and stick together to be able to make everything work out and be okay. It can be stressful at times, don't get me wrong. It can be stressful, and anybody that watches this video can say, yeah, it can be stressful at times, but we got to stick together to make it work. But yeah, it was fun. Had a blast. Enjoyed ourselves. But yeah, just don't promise people stuff if you can't keep the promise. Like, for example, saying you're going to do something and then not do it, that's not okay. That is uncalled for. Like, no reason for it at all. Uncalled for. But I'm fixing to get off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little talk video. And make sure you guys don't forget to hit that like button. Also hit the notification bell so you guys are notified every time I do an upload. And I hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care of yourself and remember to respect people, please. And if you don't have nothing nice to say, just keep it to yourself. You don't know what a person's going through that can make the situation worse. You don't know if they're depressed. You don't know what's going on with them, and you could trigger something and make it worse. So just respect and make sure this new year beginning, that you just respect people and make sure you think before you say stuff, because you don't know what that person's going through. Alright, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.